I know you work very hard to build your portfolio, do lots of research about different art schools, and you'll finally decide to come to Art Center. So congratulations. If you get in, now you are probably lying on your bed with underwears on and wondering what's next. I got you. So in this video, I'm going to go through the same questions I had when I first got here. I will focus on the essentials of living. I will cover where to live, how to find housing, do you need a car, and any other tips for broke students like me. Because when you see the word art or design in the name of a college, it's going to be very expensive. And if you see both of them, you are screwed. If you are rich, stay calm. I think it'll still be helpful. And also stick to the end for my Boba recommendation. And if you see me like reading the script I wrote, because I wrote like 3,000 words script, so that's a lot for a lazy person. But anyway, let's get started. So do you need a car to survive Art Center? No, you don't, but your life will be a lot easier if you do. The majority of people own a car because it's just too hard to be in Los Angeles without it. So if your family is comfortable financially, then go get a car after you settle down. But if you're like me who can barely afford Art Center, and also think $5 boba are expensive, then you will be fine if you just take the shuttle, public transportation, or ride a bike. Yeah, it's not easy, but it's doable. I will suggest where to live later in the video, so don't worry. And you can find this map on Art Center website. I'll list all the links I talk about in the description below. You will make it to school even if you have an 8 a.m. class. You just need to wake up early in the morning. And there's an app you can download to check the shuttle schedule and live updates. You can also see all the stops in the app. So download it now because you'll need that. Just use it with your Art Center email. And remember to go to the bus stop 3 minutes earlier. Having a bike, skateboard, or electric scooter is a great plus. Usually if you want to go somewhere far, you'll probably Uber, ride with friends, or take the metro. If it's close to your house, you'll walk. The real issue is the mid-range places. Because when you see the place you want to go is about 15 to 25 minutes walk, but only 5 minutes drive, it's a little bit annoying because it's walkable, but you're lazy. This is where biking and riding a scooter comes in handy. Personally, I'll avoid bikes just because it's hard to carry around and it's not safe to park on the street sometimes. Electric scooter and skateboard would be a lot easier to carry around and also fits into your friend's car trunks. So if you guys decide to go somewhere later, it'll be a lot easier. I would say the hardest part of not having a car is grocery shopping. Usually, you will like to buy at least a week's worth of food when you shop. And if you have to carry all that food around and walk to your house or go to take a bus, it's going to be very heavy. So I would suggest just take the Uber or shop online at this point, like Instacart. And don't torture yourself, especially before finals. Taking Uber once a week for groceries isn't too bad at all. And even if you decide to take Uber everywhere, it might still be cheaper than having a car. But I'll let you do the math yourself. For me, I buy groceries with my electric skateboard. It's kind of challenging to carry all the food on my shoulder, but it's kind of fun. And it's dangerous, so don't try it if you don't really skateboard. Speaking of grocery store, Costco and Walmart usually have the best deal, but they are too far if you don't drive. I personally go to Trader Joe's near the South Campus for fresh food, salmon, fruits, and bread. The products are usually good quality at a reasonable price. And they probably have the best frozen food option as well. I go to Ralph's only for meat, like beef chunks and Haagen-Dazs matcha, green tea matcha ice cream. They have good deals and sometimes buy one get one free, so it's pretty good. Target is another convenient option in Old Town for everything in general. Just look at those people. They look so happy. My fancy Asian friends like to drive to H Mart or 99 Ranch for Asian food. So if you have a car, you have more options. Since I cannot drive, I'm stuck with boring food. Now we solved the two main issues of not having a car. The rest will be optional. I get it that having a car gives you freedom to go everywhere you want, and Los Angeles has so many places to explore. So if you do have a car, giving your broke friends a ride is a good way to build a relationship here. Like, we really appreciate you. And if you don't have a car like me, you'll be fine if you plan everything well. Not having a car actually let me make a lot of friends because most of my friends know I'm broke and they give me a ride, so we can talk a lot in the car. Just remember to pay for gas if you guys plan for a long trip, or buy your friends food, or just be nice in general to show them you appreciate them. Where you choose to live is very important if you don't drive. The average rent for 2 students sharing an apartment is around $1,500 plus for each person per month for a 2B apartment. And it tends to cost a lot more if you choose a fancy apartment like this one, and this one. And don't forget to include the utilities cost as well. And even the rent could go up sometime, just like ArtCenter. So if you do have a car, you can consider places outside of Old Pasadena. The rent could go a little bit down, like around $1,300 or less. It's considered cheap here. My rent is also on the cheaper side, but only because I have a very tiny room, like a closet, and I have to share the shower with other people outside. So it's up to you. Now let me show you how to find housing or a roommate. So if you just Google ArtCenter housing, you can probably find a housing website ArtCenter partner with apartment.com from the top 5 results. Go to view rentals and you can see the current listed housings. You can see how far it is from the rental to the school on the tiny map. My suggestion is to live near the South Campus and the shuttle route for those who don't drive. This is a simple guide I made. The orange dot is the shuttle stops, and basically living inside the green area is great for commuting to school because it's just close to the shuttle stops and groceries. Inside the brown area is still good. Many of my friends live in the brown area even if they have a car. When you are using this site, just keep in mind that anyone could list your place on a site. So be aware who you are talking to, read the description carefully, and don't get scammed. Don't get scammed. My pronunciation sucks. For example, I didn't realize that my room doesn't have an AC. So when I moved in for the first few weeks, I was sweating at night. So read the description carefully. And if you really don't have an AC, I got you. So there's a product called portable AC if you don't know. But basically, you can plug the hose on the window and just turn it on. There's no screws needed. So you don't have to worry about landlords don't want you to put a screw on the house. And it'll keep your rooms cool depending on the size. So do your research, and I'll list the one I use in the description below. And if you don't want to share like your washer with 15 other people in the house or the apartment, you can also get like a small washer. Basically, you can wash your clothes and then it spins inside. So look it up. I'll link it below too. You can also find roommates on this website. Just go to the roommates section and build a personal profile. You'll be able to see other people there and contact them if you are interested. Just make sure you guys have your own contract and get to know each other before moving in. For example, if they allow pets, could they bring guests to sleep over, and any other things you care about. So one thing to keep in mind or avoid is the apartment right next to a metro station. For example, some students live in an apartment right next to a Memorial Park station and Delmar station in Old Pasadena here. And they complain about there are like strangers and homeless people around the apartment sometimes, just because it's too close to the metro. This might not be a big issue for you, but just something to keep in mind. Pasadena is an expensive place to live in, so good luck finding housing. And people who follow me or subscribe me on YouTube tends to have better luck, so do it now. And in order to sign a lease, the landlord might require financial proof. Oh shit. The landlord might ask you to provide like financial proof or credit score. So let's talk about credit a little bit. As an international student myself, I strongly suggest students, especially international students, to do some research about credit card and find out what is best for them. Because during college, you are going to spend a lot of money on art supplies, dining with your friends, gas, and groceries. So if you can utilize the points you earn from the credit card, you can probably get a lot of travel perks, like travel back to your country, your home, for free, for a discount, or just a cashback. It's pretty good. Many international students might use their parents' credit card because there's no foreign transaction fee. But the thing is that if you want to rent a house, buy a car in the future, the credit scores matter because they will check your credit score and see if they want to trust you or not. So when I first got here, I used Bank of America. But after I do some research, and then I realized that Chase is better for me. It's a lot easier to read, there's better reward system, and there's also good locations in Pasadena. So do your own research, and I'll link the one I use in the description below. So do we have good food at ArtCenter? Not really. But in the past 2 terms, the food has been getting a little bit better. And I appreciate the effort. Like, it was terrible during the COVID time when they closed the kitchen. But I reopened it 2 terms ago, so you're good. We used to only have food in the cold and sad looking fridge. And everyone was furious because we paid so much for the tuition. But now, since the kitchen is back, you can order the food on your phone or in the cafeteria at a reasonable price. At Hillside, the cafeteria is your only option for food. But at South Campus, you can easily grab lunch at restaurants nearby. Here are the menus that promoted at school this term. And there are more options on the apps, and you can scan them in the cafeteria on the first day of school. And personally, I only eat at school once or twice each term, because I'm broke, so I just want to bring my own food. The good news is that they add the public fridge at school, so now you can put your own food, like your lunchbox, in the fridge, and it'll keep it fresh. And I was very excited when I saw it the first time, like a few weeks ago, because we have been asking for a public fridge in the student government for a long time. And it finally happens. So that's pretty good. If you are still watching, good job. Now let me tell you my secret boba place in Old Pasadena. I go to Moto Tea Cafe a lot when I was stressed before final. And I usually get mango in Kyoto and Moto No. 5 milk tea. Try it out yourself, it's very tasty. Yifang's mango pomelo sago. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's very good, just too expensive. For emergency boba at night, Jin Tea Shop and Police Tea Shop, they all close around 11 p.m. So write that down. There's going to be some nights when you are sad, lonely in your house, and your homework is due tomorrow at 8 a.m. in the morning. So just grab some boba and treat yourself better. Or just watch my vlog. I think it's good. Right? Is Old Pasadena anything good? So I think Old Pasadena is a relatively clean, safe, and beautiful place compared to downtown Los Angeles. There are several fine restaurants and bars here, so it's easy to walk around. You might think Old Pasadena looks small on Google Maps, but trust me, you don't have that much time to explore anyway. Come on, you go to ArtCenter. Like, how many ArtCenter YouTubers have you seen? Like Joshua, me. But yeah. And ArtCenter's life can be fun if you know how to be fun in the first place. Try to talk to people from different majors. Go to as much events as you can. I know it takes time to open up yourself if you're also an introvert. It took me around 3 terms just to build good relationship with people. So it's okay to be lonely sometime. The first term is going to be very hard, so you're not the only one. Try to find lonely people to be lonely together. That's better than to be lonely yourself. So stay positive and do your best. Shits happen all the time, and everyone is going through something. So I hope this video is helpful to you and you can feel more confident before moving here. And if you have any questions, you can comment down below, DM me on Instagram. And I'll be making more contents like this, talk about design schools, what kind of skills you can practice before coming, and a good mindset to have. So subscribe to see more. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to drink my matcha now. See you.